What's going on, guys? Josh here with For Love of Games. Today Nintendo released a Direct Mini partner showcase to be exact, and it's not exactly everything that we hoped that it would be. This Direct is focusing more on third-party titles and a paltry selection at that. But was the Direct any good? Or is it the worst thing Nintendo released since the Virtual Boy? Before we pass any judgment on that, let's take a look at what was announced today, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end of this video. So without further ado, let's pull up a chair, let's sit back and relax, and let's talk about this Nintendo Direct Mini. Let's go. The first game that was mentioned is Cadence of Hyrule. This is one game that's been on my hit list for a while now, but I really haven't gotten around to play it yet. The entire premise of the game is interesting to say the least, and at the same time I feel like it's a bit overpriced for the amount of game time you actually get with it. But today Nintendo announced 3 new DLC packs for the game, which in no surprise are not free to download. The first DLC announced was a character pack, which allows you to play as other characters in the Zelda franchise. The second was a melody pack with remixed versions of the game music so you can change up the gameplay a bit. And the third DLC pack is the Symphony of the Mask, a DLC pack in which you can play as Skull Kid and traverse the land of Hyrule more mysteriously than ever before. Being a person who hasn't played the game yet, I'm not sure how I feel about the DLC pack being announced, and being paid DLC on top of that. The game is already $25 on its own, and adding the $5.99 price tag to the first 2 packs and $9.99 to the Symphony of the Mask pack just seems to be a bit pricey for only getting about 3 to 4 hours of gameplay. But you can get the season pass, which does bring the total cost down a little bit, but I don't know. I'm still interested in getting the base game, and even if the game turned out to be amazing, I doubt that I will be getting the DLC, and I don't think many other people will either. Or people who haven't played the game yet will just wait until October 23rd to get the version of the game that has all the DLC included, which still may release for around $40. At that point, I would almost be more inclined to play the original Crypt of the Necrodancer game at a little bit of a cheaper price, even though I do love the Zelda franchise. Another game that was announced but is not a new announcement is Rogue Company. What can I say about this game? Rogue Company looks like your standard run-of-the-mill shooter that will be released on all major platforms. I'm glad to see Nintendo highlighting this game here, but at the same time it's worth noting that since it is releasing on other platforms, I have a feeling that people may pick it up elsewhere and not from Nintendo eShop. I'm hoping that I'm wrong though, I really do. I want to see the Switch get more shooters and get more competitive titles, especially when they have crossplay enabled on day one like Rogue Company does. This game seemed to check off a lot of boxes for a lot of people though. It has a third-person perspective, competitive gameplay, a focus on teamwork, and a free-to-play model which may also turn into a pay-to-win model. Hi-Rez Studio is the company behind the game, and one of their other titles, which is Smite, I have played the snot out of, so Rogue Company may be worth a try. I don't think I'll be picking this game up on the Switch, but I do think I will be playing it on the PC once it drops, cause you know, I want all the FPS. All of them. WWE 2K Battlegrounds was also announced. I'm not into wrestling and I haven't played a wrestling game since the original PlayStation with WWF WrestleMania the arcade game, so I may not be the best judge for this game, but what I can see from what was shown in the Direct is that it's not meant to be a serious game at all. It's meant to be fun, it's meant to be more cartoony and possibly the return of an arcade style brawler that we haven't seen from the industry in a very long time. This game could be interesting though. Playing with some friends at a party with a little couch co-op, might be able to settle a dispute or two with it, or it could fall flat in his face and shoved under the nearest rug, never to be seen or heard from again. Only time will tell, and when it releases I'll be sure to check it out and report my findings here on this channel. And the last announcement that was in the Direct was all about Shin Megami Tensei. There's a remaster of Shin Megami Tensei 3 coming to the Switch, which I did not see coming at all. I really haven't played much of the series as a whole, but the games I did play I did enjoy thoroughly. So being able to play a remaster of the third game in the series is a welcome surprise. I know a lot of people who will be looking forward to playing this game. But the game I know a lot more people will be wanting to play is Shin Megami Tensei 5, in which we get a release year of 2021. This is a bit of a disappointment to me, since this is one of the games I was really looking forward to playing towards the end of this year. But due to the world in its current state, I can understand why it will release next year, but it still is a little bit of a letdown. There really wasn't any other tangible information related to these 2 titles, besides getting a little more insight into Shin Megami Tensei 5's story. But I am sure we will hear more about these titles in the coming months. Personally, I wait with bated breath for the release of both of these titles. This Direct was a bit of a strange one. There were no big first-party announcements, and I know, it was a partner showcase, but come on Nintendo, what's going on over there? There are some first-party titles that we haven't heard about in a very long time. Like what's going on with Bayonetta 3? What's going on with Breath of the Wild 2? A little Pikmin 4 maybe? Or how about the really big one? What's going on with Metroid Prime 4? These are the questions that Nintendo should be giving us answers to. Nintendo, your dedicated fanbase has inquired about these games in a multitude of ways, and yet you still leave us with no answers, no resolve, not even a little morsel of hope that these games are doing well and good. I guess we are still all at the mercy of Nintendo time though. They will give us answers when they are good and ready. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you liked this video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this from 4Level Games, please be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that way you can be notified every time I upload a new video. If you want to see more videos right now, check out one of the videos on the screen right now. And until next time guys, I am Josh with 4Level Games, signing out. Have a great day.